today's video, we're going to be showing you how to do infinity spins on Freeskates. So to start, we're going to be breaking down the fundamentals and then show you little drills and concepts you can work on to get to the point where you can really get that infinity spin to more than just a 360 or 720. Let's get into it. So 180s and 360s technically are prerequisite tricks for the infinity spin, but that doesn't necessarily need to stop you from practicing the fundamentals, like practicing standing on the skates in a T stance. A lot of infinity spins control comes down to just being comfortable on the skates. So having your left foot in front and then having your right foot in front. There's a lot of drills you can do to work towards bettering your infinity spin. Any trick that revolves around Tokyo helps you with your infinity spin, because when doing your infinity spin, you're almost pulling yourself into a Tokyo position. So you're parallel with the skates, but you're holding the position. So it's almost Tokyo. One of the tricks I like doing to help me practice with infinity spins is a Tokyo 360, because it helps me stay near the Tokyo position that you're in with infinity spins, but then not necessarily practicing the infinity spin itself and practicing other tricks as well. The windup is one of the more important parts of an infinity spin. It's where all of the momentum for the spin is wound up. So it's kind of like slotting that front foot at a 90-degree angle like you do with your front side 180s, letting your back foot flow through, and then letting what was your front foot then trail behind. Having a comfort level within that windup is where you gain the ability to then pull together and create such centrifugal force pulling together, creating the infinity spin. Winding up isn't necessarily the only way that you engage an infinity spin. You can start it from just having your feet in different slots and then pulling in the two slots. But there still is a bit of a windup if you consider both feet going in the opposite direction beforehand. A great drill to practice this is if you ever get to the point where you're practicing 360s stationary and you're pulling in opposite positions, stopping at a 360, a 720, and a 1080. It'll give you a great idea of how to control your spin, whether you're able to do a 360, 720, or 1080 on whatever feature you're doing it on, a flat ground surface, a bank. When you pull together an infinity spin, you are able to coast with the speed so long that you stay pulled in. The second you let go or let your arms come out, all of the speed will degenerate. That's how you control the stopping point. So it's not just your hands too, it's obviously your legs, but you very much so incorporate both hands into the windup. Let me see how well I can spin with my hands behind my back. I can probably spin pretty decently, but this is only a leg spin at that point. My arms have no input. When I'm going into the spin, I'll open up with my arm and create a center point, like right there, I think. You open up, wind up, and then pull together. Your hands play a huge role in this though. You throw them out and wrap them in, and it can be the biggest factor as to how fast your spin is how you incorporate your hands into the spin. One of the cool things you can do while you're in an infinity spin is pumping when your speed dies down. So opening up after you pull together will create another opportunity for you to then pull together again, and you can chain link those together and theoretically pump infinitely. All right, so let's talk about backside spins. For me personally, I use the same fundamentals in terms of I'm slotting my foot forward, this front foot is coming back, and then I'm pulling together. So it's all fundamentally the same exact spin as my front side spin. You have to slot, pull forward, and then pull the momentum from somewhere. Backside is one of those spins that I'm still not feeling 100% with. I'll still have my moments of teetering with that. Another cool variation of 360s that we do is called a Korean spin, where you slot your feet in the opposite position that you usually do, but do the same spin so your legs kind of look like they tornado out from under you. Those are a really cool spin that you can try out. This is a very strange trick that I've found has helped my infinity spins. It's a switch Korean frontside spin. I'm twisting my back hip first, pulling it forward, and then letting what was my front hip follow along after. I use this a lot with my backside spins, And it's just pulling that rotation of that frontside spin continuously. Small drills like these will help you advance your skill set just a little bit more, giving you an easier time when you do actually practice infinity spins.
So random interjection, I'm no longer Jack, I am Gabe. I'm usually the one filming these videos. I don't really have my infinite spins down yet. I think one of the holdups from me doing my frontside spins is actually not having Tokyo down. So maybe one of my takeaways from watching Jack do this is I need to work on that next.
Trying to pull into the Tokyo position while you're doing a 360 is a part of how you create an infinity spin. The full circle moment with this trick is when you use both upper body and lower body all in one to really get that full feel of like, holy crap, you can really pull some G-force. So one thing I found through doing a ton of infinity spins is the slower you do your pulls, the harder it will be to stay balanced. And then the faster you do your pulls, the speed will keep you balanced in that upright position. So I found that speed is almost your friend when it comes to making your spins look good. I'm guessing a lot of you might relate to Gabe, where you might not have some of these concepts down, but hopefully that doesn't stop you from trying some of these fundamentals like the T stance, Tokyo, or anything that might be a little bit out of your comfort zone. Feel free to rewatch the video, and we linked a bunch of resources down in the description if you're looking for any other additional content. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys learned something, and roll with us.